Wish I knew what to do with my hands. When I was young, my mama hoped one day into a rabbi I would grow.
Well, some of that was almost true. My birth was God's bar mitzvah gift to you.
Babe,
I'm a Jew, babe. I'm a Jew, babe. We fetch and fell and now shall I and hold hands while we daven on Shabbat.
we've almost got the perfect life. A Bocher engineer, a Shane, a wife. Babe,
I'm a Jew, babe. I'm a Jew, babe.
I only met you to better my Torah. Soon I proposed and we're dancing the hora.
Tradition like Fiddler on the Roof.
But do you love me?
I suppose I do.
Honey, where's the pan to fry? It's Hanukkah, it's lucky time.
Pass me the Hanukkah. Let's publicize our miracle.
Babe,
I'm a Jew, babe. I'm a Jew, babe.
I've got you to sympathize.
I'm the house you wanna ride.
You find everything on sale.
When it's cold, you toss the hay bale.
Baby, you like my menorah.
You just keep the coffee pouring.
You bake a hell of a brisket.
I've got you for slicing it. I'm a Jew, babe.
Congratulations on your Hanukkah, your dedication, and Toda Rabbah for joining us every night. You are participating even by watching. It is 11:30 on fifth night, and our days continue to be even crazier than our nights. So even if this doesn't get posted before midnight, I've already been as steadfast as a Maccabee. Hanukkah isn't really about the oil and the temple and the winning of the war. The actual war during which Hanukkah occurred lasted for 7 years. The temple was retaken and rededicated in the third year of the war. And while it's fantastic that Judah and Jonathan and his brothers managed to lead a successful war and save Judaism from assimilation, it's the start that we should be celebrating. The moment the actual line was drawn in the sand. At that time, in that place, Israel lay between two very powerful nations on several major trade routes, and these nations were constantly warring to expand and keep control of their territories. These Jews could be speaking Persian one week and Greek the next and Syrian the next, just depending on who was the leader, the most recent winner at the time. In a way, they were forced into cultural dayenu. We're in exile, but at least we got the Torah written down. Dayenu. God brought us out of exile in Babylon, now we can worship in the temple. Dayenu. Nu. We can't worship, but we can teach Torah, and we can speak our language, and we can eat our kreplach in peace. Dayenu. Okay, so it's easier to get along if we intermarry. At least we have Shabbat. Dayenu. Maybe the Syrians will convert, and hey, learning Torah is more fun when we have to do it in secret and pretend to be gambling, right? Wrong. From a political perspective, those in charge were doing their best to merge different cultures into one society. That blending required curtailing practices from which each culture derived their unique identity. From a Jewish perspective, the new laws were death. Antiochus had all but declared their lives forfeit. What does Judaism teach about laws or structures that unnecessarily burden or purposefully harm others? For that matter, what does any religion or philosophy say about that? What have we said about it this year? Breonna Taylor and George Floyd sparked a similar outrage to that felt by Mattathias and his sons. They were dedicated, literally, because Mattathias was a priest, to the Torah, to Jewish values and customs, and to holiness. Antiochus's decrees made being a Jew, thinking, talking, teaching, praying, eating, worshiping as a Jew, not just illegal, but punishable by death. Death for being who you are, Black, LGBTQ, transgender, same-sex couple, non-Christian, a refugee, an immigrant, a woman who's too smart, a person with a pre-existing health condition. It's sadly all too familiar today. And much like Black Lives Matter, Mattathias acted on his principles. For 3 years, he and his sons and a handful of dedicated Jews simultaneously nurtured the surviving Jewish population in caves while waging successful guerrilla warfare against the large, well-organized, and very well-funded Syrian army, funded in part by what they had stolen from the temple. Hanukkah means dedication to restoring truth, life, diversity, and justice, no matter how long it may take. Have we stamped out our Antiochuses? Antiochusai? Anyway, we voted, but have we won? We marched, but has anything changed? Are our communities safe for everyone, or should we continue to wear masks for someone else's sake? Are we truly free, or does freedom hinge on suppressing who you are? Have you given up the fight? If so, the Hanukkah tells us it's not too late. Rededicate yourself. Judah the Maccabee didn't lay down his sword because the cave sucked and he could get a great rate on a flight to the beach. He didn't stop when others gave up the fight. He didn't back down because he was outnumbered, unpopular, or underfunded. He didn't give up when the priests found 1 jar of consecrated oil, nor during the 8 days that it took to press more. That's a pet peeve of mine. Oil is not made. The trees, I guess, make it. We press it out. Judah kept swinging his hammer until what was sacred was fully restored. And so should we. It is not incumbent upon you to complete the work. Neither are you free to desist from it. My friends, we're on the cusp of almost a new administration, almost a COVID vaccine, almost 2021, almost the light returns. Stay dedicated. Someday you may be known as the Maccabee.